Yo guys, what's good? As here once again with another Exos series video, and today we're talking about Colin. So let's get into that. Skills. Passive. Colin's passive is counter, which means that he retaliates after taking damage. S1. Deals 350% damage to a single target. Mana cost 3. S2. Deals 34% damage to all enemies. Mana cost 0. This ability is a burst ability, meaning that every point of mana will increase the damage of this skill. Gear and stats. My Colin has all legendary gear besides his weapon, which is faded. His top row is all at 40, while his bottom row is at 30. PvP. I don't think that Colin is well suited for the current PvP meta, as he brings nothing to the table besides having a low hitting AoE. In earlier stages you might be able to use him, but there's probably a ton of heroes which could do the job better than him without any problems. PvE. This is where he truly shines. His zero cost ability makes him one, if not the best breaker for the machine days. He will be able to hit fairly hard with his S1, so if you need to take somebody out after they are broken, he has that going for it too. I have kind of mixed feelings about his S2 being a burst ability. It is always great to have burst on any ability, because that just means that your damage is amplified. However, due to how you use Colin, this ability will almost never be in effect. You don't gain mana quickly enough to actually stack it up. Machine doesn't have any mana battery type heroes, so it's fairly hard to even get him to 5 mana to use his S2 to the fullest effect. Nonetheless, he is one of the heroes that actually helped me carry out a lot of the earlier dungeon progression that I needed to make, especially because Machine doesn't have any healers. Aside from Fergie, you also won't find anybody with a shield or with any particular helpful support abilities other than stuns. Because of that, nature can be really tricky, especially for early game players, and this is where Colin makes his appearance. With his decent speed, you can guarantee a break almost every time you play with him. This makes him a really strong contender for almost any special dungeon you want to go into, even if he's not mandatory. Speaking about mandatory dungeons, he's actually used in 3 of them as a mandatory hero. Alongside with Ned, this makes him the most used 3-star for Machine Day. One question that I got is, should you 6-star him? Because he has a burst ability. And here's again the kind of mixed feeling that I mentioned earlier. Because of how you use him and the fact that there is no mana batteries in Machine, you will barely reach the 5 mana, and I don't think you will have the chance to gain 10 mana. In areas where you would use a mana battery, the question is, would you use him? Additionally, because he is only a 3-star, without unleashing potential, he has a harder time to gain mana than some of the 4 or 5 stars. I think he is a fantastic hero to bring to 5-star and to give decent equipment, because he can hit hard with his S2. His base stats are overall fairly balanced, and he can be used in a variety of different scenarios. Once you are able to get into Path of Trials, Path of Shiny Steel, I think he can make a good appearance. However, seen from what Chapter 2 already looked like, you might actually need to go ahead and element enhance him, so you won't get around 6-starring him. Conclusion. I think investing into him early is not a bad choice at all. Since he is a mandatory hero in the Machine dungeons, I would even say that he is one of the few exceptions where I would go out of my way to unleash potential. Not only do his multipliers increase, but his passive will also allow him to gain additional mana. If paired with a dot hero, you will never have a problem to break anything on Machine Day. Compared with the other 0 mana ability heroes, I would rank him probably at 4th, maybe 5th place. The reason for that is Wilkes and Carlos both use damage over time, Eden is the nature element, which actually lets him gain mana really quickly, and Sybil is a reviver. While one of the weaker revivers due to her element, we currently only have 4, so she still ranks up pretty high. Nonetheless, I think that he should be on your priority list if you level up or enhance any 3-star heroes. With all that said, if you enjoy my content, consider subscribing, leave a like, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to not miss any of my future content. Leave a comment to let me know which kind of hero you want to see me feature next. As always, it was a pleasure to have you here, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, enjoy the grind.